right, so the next thing to talk about is your odorless paint thinner, which is your solvent. It's something that you're going to need to thin the paint down. You'll use it for cleaning your brushes and also your painting medium. When you're oil painting, you've got to have some sort of medium to thin your paint, and there's all different kinds of mediums out there. There's ones that speed up the drying, there's ones that slow down the drying, and I like to make just a simple medium that I use, and I use linseed oil. So this is cold pressed linseed oil, and this is by Gamblin. And this is a drying oil, so it does help the oil paint to dry, and but it doesn't dry like super fast. So when I make my medium, I will actually just use a little container. This is a condiment cup I bought at the grocery store on the aisle where they have paper cups and plates and straws and stuff. That's where I find these. And you could also use a little baby food jar. And here's another option for putting your medium into. These are called palette cups. And you'll notice it looks like a little money clip right here. And so what that's for, this is so you can clip it on the edge of a palette. Okay, so if you're into using the handheld palette, these are handy to have on there, and they also have a lid. These come in singles or doubles, and so these are generally not what I use, but I have used them before. So another option is to make a brush washing container out of an old coffee can and a tuna can. So if I take this out of here, this is just a standard size tuna can that I've punched holes with a nail and a hammer. And you can watch the video on how I made this in the link below this video. And so this just slides down in here, and it also has a lid. And so that's a good alternative if you happen to have these around the house to make your own brush washing container. You just want to make sure that your can is actually made of metal. Some of the coffee cans nowadays are actually cardboard with only a metal bottom. So you just want to double check and make sure that it's metal. You can also buy a brush washing container like this. This has a lid on it, and it has a screen down inside that when you wash your brush, the paint pigment will fall to the bottom of the jar and help keep your thinner a little bit cleaner. So I like this one. These are good if you're traveling back and forth from art lessons to your house back and forth. It's got a good sealable lid. So for your odorless thinner, here's two that I use. I mostly use Gamsol, and this is a 100% pure odorless mineral spirits. And you just want to make sure that you get an odorless thinner that is made by an artist supply company. You don't want to just go to the hardware store, because just because it says odorless does not mean it's going to be safe for you. I made the mistake one time of using some from Lowe's, and I got a horrible headache. So these are going to be safe for artists to use. They're still combustible, and you still want to use them in kind of a ventilated area, but they are safe to use for painting. When I make my oil painting medium, I'm going to put 2 parts linseed oil to 1 part Gamsol or odorless paint thinner. So it's 1 part thinner to 2 parts linseed oil. And so that makes a pretty good medium, and that's what I like to use. I like to keep things simple.